Arrangers Podcast, the greatest guitar arrangers podcast in the history of the universe.
Welcome to Thomas and Tony's TikTok extravaganza. Yeah, Thomas.
Is that the title? I said the wrong title.
Oh, we rehearsed this and I got it wrong. This is Thomas and Tony and Andres Segovia review Harry Styles guitar arrangements, or as the kids like to say, guitar covers.
Yeah, the kids say hashtag acoustic covers. But yeah, ever since my TikTok blew up from doing that Harry Styles song As It Was, I thought it'd be a good idea for us to check it out, you know?
All right, very cool. So yeah, Thomas is a couple weeks deep into the TikTok world. How's that going for you?
Yeah, I'm probably in like a month deep. And I recently just hit over 1,000 followers. So I'm officially a micro influencer. Wow. Yeah. Kim Kardashian, hit me up if you want to do a collab. But no, it's pretty good. It's pretty fun where I just, go on TikTok and I take requests from the public about what they'd like me to play. And it's been really fun, although it's really turning into this online hydra. You know what the hydra is, where you cut off one head and a bunch more heads come out. That's what it's like, because every time I post a video where I do someone's request, there's at least two more requests on that video.
Now, my first thought when you made the video saying you will cover any song, my first thought was like, oh no, people are going to send him some really, really hard stuff. Just to be mean.
Yeah, I'm going to need your help learning Through the Fire and Flames.
That was the exact song I thought some kid would send you, for sure.
So many people are requesting that. I'm like, okay, it's going to take me a little time to match. But the fortunate thing is you have to match it with the TikTok sound, so you don't have to do the whole song. You just have to do like 30 to 60 seconds of the song. But it has to line up.
I bet there's like a 30 to 60 second portion of that song that's super easy.
It's so weird. I don't know. I'm an old man, so I don't know how to upload songs to TikTok or sounds to TikTok. So right now I'm just at the whim of whatever's in there. And I've looked at it. There's like a few select ones for Through the Fire and Flames. But yeah, people are also requesting like a lot of classical songs, and it's tough because I want to do some classical stuff. Like somebody even requested Tariga, but I just know if I do a video of Tariga, it's not going to get any views. So I'm trying to mix the content.
I feel you. And that kind of goes against the spirit of what you're trying to do, I believe. But
yeah, so I try to.
I mean, it's already fully notated, like music that's available for guitar. Like, there's no benefit to adding your version into the mix.
Yeah, but many of these songs, there is no tab and no chords for. Some of the songs are more on the rare side, and some of the chord charts are just plain wrong or just more complicated than they need to be. So, you watch me as the song is playing, I'm playing along with it. You can see me strumming, changing chords in the left hand, and even the chord names flash up in big letters next to me right as I play that chord. So it's really easy to follow along with. So yeah, if y'all want to check me out on TikTok, you got to look up the Music Thief 7. Hey, maybe it's just at Music Thief 7. Yeah.
Whatever. Click on it here or in the description. Or whatever. I'm sure I wrote it somewhere. All right.
Content.
So that means today the song is officially going to be As It Was by Harry Styles, your first big TikTok hit. Now, how are we going to be rating these today?
We're going to be rating this on a scale of style points, or we can rate it on a scale of how hairy each person is.
What about hairstyles? Like that arrangement was a mullet.
That arrangement was a captain's cut.
And we're going to soon realize how few haircut style words I actually know. I've been out of the biz for a little while, but that was a total ponytail of an arrangement right there.
All right, it's happening. It's happening. It's hairstyles.
All right, hairstyles. Anyway, we're gonna listen to the original version of the song right now. Depending on what platform you are on, we might just skip this part for copyright reasons. But all right, Roswell.
Yeah, and he's saying, my life now is good, but it's not as good as it was when I was hanging out with aliens in space all the time.
iqbalgumilar. I'm not a Harry Styles fan, but this song is epic and I love it. Well, I hope you are a Harry Styles.
You start doing that little guitar percussion, all of a sudden you punch a hole in your own guitar or something.
Yeah. It sounds horrifying. I definitely haven't tried the Candy Rat style on my classicals either.
Yeah. Come on. Paco de Lucia was the original Candy Rat player. Don't you kids know? But this one is good. What kind of hairstyle would you say this one is? Is it the pink mohawk that we have there?
Yeah. Man, I'm like, so okay, this gets a faux hawk for me.
Faux hawk?
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm gonna say this one gets an undercut because it's very hip. It's very trendy. I also just Googled a huge diagram of haircuts. That's why I was able to name that one off the top of my head. But it's the same. I think it's kind of the same one that I've got where, you're short on the sides, long on the top.
Well, all right.
But not as long.
And then I took the guitar and I began to search for music rhythm for the guitar. I found very little, and from that moment I began my dedication to the instrument.
Wow. This guy Segovia, he's always talking about himself, try and keep the commentary related to the video, Segovia. Come on.
Cool story.
Oh, poor Segovia. But no, we love you, Segovia. It's hard to find music for the guitar out there. That's why there's the Guitar Rangers podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my gosh.
That's right. All right. Let's check out the next one we got here. All right. DaxAndreas. Capo on 2 again, but this time it is straight.
And it's on right side up instead of upside down. But not that it really makes a difference.
I guess I've never thought about that before.
Yeah, I would say that that bothers my OCD, but my old lady, she actually does have OCD. So every time I'm like, hey, that really bothers my OCD, she's like, are you serious right now?
Well, this is very similar to the last one. I think I've noticed maybe a tiny bit more going on with the bass, particularly on that transition.
Yeah, it's much busier, this arrangement. It's pretty good.
Some slides.
That every instrument of the orchestra is inside the guitar, but in smaller sound size.
That's true.
Wow. That's deep. That was deep. Yeah, I like the pace of this one. You know, it's really upbeat.
All right. I love when we get to hear everyone's reverb at the end, and then you know what they had the whole time.
It was good though. I don't even know if it needed any reverb because of how busy it was. You know.
Oh,
It was
even the
there
best
to-
need, even the best need reverb.
Oh my gosh, that's not
just
true.
the rules.
My album has 0 reverb.
And
That's why I've sold.
and
zero
how and how's
copies.
that? How's that doing?
So, man, this guy was just rocking. I'm inclined to give this guy as a hairstyle one of those big 80s Farrah Fawcett wigs, you know, or like Kiss, you know, the band.
Nice. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to give this one a buzz cut because man, those notes were buzzing when he was slapping that guitar. You could hear like these little overtones, like on everyone. So yeah, that's what you get. Percussion
I thought you were
style guitar.
I thought you were gonna say because it's aerodynamic or something, you know, because he was going so fast. You know,
There's a lot of reasons how you can justify a buzz cut, but this one was definitely a buzz cut rating, if I do say so myself.
Oh man,
Yeah.
awesome.
The young man
Awesome.
has no feeling.
Again with that? All right. Well, we're not going to get a hairstyle rating out of that. So let's move on to the next one. All right. Much slower here. Capo still on 2. So is that capo upside down or right side up?
It's right side up.
Mine has a screw on the back. It's not a very good capo.
At my work, one of my works, I should say, this place that I teach lessons north of here, all their capos are like incredibly stiff and strong, and so it's hilarious because you know, everybody that tries to use the capos, they're like wrestling with those capos. They're like trying to open them and move them around all the time. Oh, it's so funny.
You got to want it.
But the capo is a really, really, really good tool for beginners because it makes all of the frets smaller and therefore easier to play for most people, especially kids. And it's going to allow you to play with many of your favorite songs, like this one, using the what I would consider to be the 9 basic chord shapes, 4 of which are in the song, which are A minor, C, G, and D. So, you know, that capo is really going to help. And in fact, on TikTok, when I posted a capo-less version, I got a bunch of heat on that video because people really didn't like it because Harry Styles, when you play the E chord, Harry Styles sings an A, and it actually clashes with that chord more than the D chord that you play when you play it with the capo on, because the D chord has that third of the chord, because the D chord is D, F sharp, A, but the F sharp is on the very tippy top of the D chord. Harry Styles sings the same thing, essentially, the F sharp, but he sings 1/2 step above that. And when he sings it in the lower register, it does not conflict with the D chord because the D chord does not have a third in the lower register on the guitar when you play it as a normal cowboy chord, but the E chord does. So everybody's freaking out. People were like, this is just straight up wrong. But literally all I did was take the chords and do it with a capo, or, you know, just transpose it. But everybody was like, this is wrong. This is completely wrong. Yeah. I'm gonna do that on purpose, like the reverse psychology that we were talking about earlier. I'm gonna record a song and be like, "These are the chords," but I'm gonna play like all the wrong chords. Oh
It is
man!
impossible to compose if you don't play it, and if you don't play it well.
No. Well, yeah. Fix your chord voicings, Thomas. I think that's what he was getting at there.
Yeah, thanks, Segovia. Always the critic.
Thanks, Mom.
Awesome. Yeah, what are we gonna say this guy's hairstyle is? I I don't know. I'm looking at these charts. There's so many funny names. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with a crew cut. No, I guess that's the same as a buzz cut. But I'm gonna say the crew cut is not the same. I'm gonna say a crew cut is a little longer than a straight up like R&B buzz cut. Yeah. This guy's a crew cut.
Yeah, this one's tough. So I like this tempo. I mean, it doesn't really sound like the original song, but it made it like a pretty nice solo guitar arrangement. And I like this guy's tone more. The last people were, I personally don't like the sound of no nails on the acoustic guitar. It just sounds dead to me. So this one had a lot more going, just a little bit of nail, and it sounded really good. So somehow I'm going to go ahead and say that means that this is a fade. So
wow.
You do with that information what you will, but we're going to check out the next one.
Tony says this guy played like he was faded.
I knew you were going to say that.
No, a fade is the highest rating you can receive in our rating system.
I thought it was pretty good. I thought that tone wise, this was the best one. Thomas disagrees. That's why he's smashing everything.
Does Segovia have anything to say about hairstyles?
I don't know. Do you have anything to say about hairstyles?
You know, I think that this has nothing to do with the guitar. The guitar played in the rock and roll or the jazz is another instrument.
The hairstyle is another instrument. You heard it from Segovia first.
Hairstyle has nothing to do with the guitar.
It's another instrument entirely.
It was a harsh criticism of capitalism that Segovia just dropped on us right there. Andre Kootman. He was on our last TikTok song inspired episode.
Oh, I remember this. I remember the that lamp. I remember those paintings and the special plant that he's got there and these couches. He's still in the same old spot. He hasn't moved from that seat since the last video.
It's pretty prolific. He seems to do all the hit songs as they come out. Also, we did notice that he has for anyone interested, he has a version of this where you can see the tabs as he's playing. So for anyone who wants to learn, you can listen along with this one. He's also playing it higher. So what do we got? A capo on 7. It is crooked. Rude.
Yeah, it's definitely, I feel like it's the most different, unique strumming pattern of all the ones we've seen so far. All the other ones have been kind of similar, but this one is like very different from all those other ones. The 7th fret capo is interesting.
Now I'm wondering if he copied that bass line more accurate than the others.
Yeah, I just like his strumming pattern. Nice. It's so funny seeing him with like a beard and then seeing his same picture with no beard on the right. It's like two different people almost.
That's what happens when you get into Harry Styles.
Oh, yeah. Your beard hair just starts growing instantly. That's what Tony
right.
did. But you know,
No, I don't like
cannot
hair.
be,
I don't like Harry Styles, and this is protest.
That's what Tony did. He started listening to Harry Styles, but little did Tony know that hair cannot be created nor destroyed. It merely transplants itself. All right. Oh yeah, we still got to give this guy his very serious rating. I'm gonna say this guy.
I'm going to go with Pixie Cut because he played that off the 7th fret and it was very high pitches.
Pixie
It
Cut.
made me sound. Look, Google told me that was a real hairstyle, so it counts.
I
Okay,
think that's for ladies.
and
I think that's what they just call a buzz cut when a lady does it. It's a pixie cut.
The arrangements are gender neutral. It doesn't matter who's playing them, and we're not saying what hairstyle the person should go get. This arrangement is Pixie Cut. It was high up there. It sounded good.
I was gonna say this. I'm gonna give this person a mohawk. I'm gonna give this person the pink mohawk that we saw in the first video because they were shredding so high up the neck like an electric guitarist doing a 6 solo.
He has nothing but the impulse to play and to do as well as he can.
There we go. He's just doing as well as he can. Thank you, Segovia.
Sure.
That's what we're all doing these days, just doing what we can.
Just hanging in there. All right.
Yeah, thanks for getting the mood on depressing, Segovia. What the heck? Let's go to the next video.
Why does Segovia always bring the mood down?
There's a difference between contemplative and depressing.
All right,
here's a little more gas.
Here's another one that we've had on the show before. Juan Manuel Fingerstyle.
That poster behind him always cracks me up. Everybody and their mother has to have that same poster in the back. Music rocks my world. Music brings a tear to my eye. Music cranks up my stereo. A few people know that those are actually all Segovia quotes.
That's true.
That was original. Music cranks up my stereo. That was Andres Segovia, 1948. Colorized.
Also, Live, Laugh, Love was also Segovia. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, it was also colorized. I don't know how they do a quote colorized, but Wow.
All right.
That was fast.
Yeah.
That was fast.
Yeah, we weren't even done. All right.
Yeah, I almost forgot. I almost didn't even notice that this guy's got like two other guitars. He's got one on the left next to that license plate, one on the right next to that Santa Cruz hat. He's got one in his hands, guitar case behind him, and guitar poster. It's a whole guitar room right here. Guitar and cars. That's what this guy likes.
Yeah, so I noticed he was doing the bass line different than everyone else who was too busy with the percussion, but he was doing like the da 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 thing that was like actually in the original song. I thought that worked really well. I thought that sounded good. So I'm happy about that.
Yeah, it's kind of I feel like it's almost kind of an older style whenever you put so much emphasis on the bass. And for that reason, I'm going to give this guy the pushed back long Rick Astley, haircut because, that's how the style of playing it reminds me of, that 80s kind of music.
Gotcha. Yeah, to me, it makes me think more of punk rock style bass. So I'm going to give this one Mohawk or Liberty Spikes.
Yeah, I knew it.
All right, Liberty Spikes. Yeah.
I knew you were going to say Liberty Spikes.
And then I took the guitar and I began to search for music rhythm for the guitar. I found very little, and from that moment I began my dedication to the instrument.
Okay. We're always being so mean to Segovia or being so rude to Segovia. It's all right, Segovia. We love you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Juan Manuel Fingerstyle can relate to that, but only time will tell.
Jeez, I got a ghost in the house. My door just opened like all by itself. Oh my God.
I believe that was the work of Ralphie. And if we're lucky, we are going to see Ralphie right now.
All right. Wow.
Was that the work? Was that the work of Ralphie or an actual ghost?
I think it was Segovia's ghost exacting his revenge. It was not Ralphie. Ralphie's safe upstairs.
Don't talk trash.
No, yeah, don't talk trash, or else Segovia's gonna come and like open your door unexpectedly. Darn you, Segovia! You've inconvenienced me the last time.
All right. Let's see who else we got on here. All right, this one came out just the other day.
Whoa, this is fresh.
This
is hot off the press.
Hot off the press, just in time.
Oh my gosh. This is in some kind of music library that he's recording this.
Pretty awesome. Possibly the first lefty we've had on the show.
You don't think it's just recorded that way?
Maybe. I feel like that was such a 2007 problem though.
That happens on all my TikToks. All my TikToks, you can see I'm holding the same guitar and, face it both ways, depending on how I do it.
This is the first capo-less version and the widest range used so far because he started up at the 12th fret with no capo.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's a different bass line too.
That's true. We're not getting the percussion thing.
I wish there were some harmony notes in there, because this is just the melody and the root notes of the chords.
The young man has no feeling.
What did he even say?
The young man has no feeling. But I'm not sure about that one. Oh, we're seeing some classical technique there.
I feel like this melodic transcription is really, really close to the real thing. It's really detailed. It's not He's not doing any extra things and adding to it. So this is like, yeah, it's interesting. It's like kind of the perfect skeleton of this piece to, and if I had to buy a version, I'd probably buy this one before I'd buy the other ones, just because it's complicated to read all the Candy Rat stuff. Rather than just to kind of do it yourself and just kind of add a slap on the downbeats you want, Yeah, what do you think of Tony?
All right, my hairstyle for this one is I'm gonna say bald, because this was the most open tuning, the use of open strings. I don't know. It's a stretch. Look, it's hard to hairstyle rate these. All right.
Because the open strings.
No capo, open string bass line, and just playing the melody was the only thing fretted.
I'm gonna give this guy
except for the B, or whatever.
I think this has been a slick back sort of businessman haircut, as I think that he will sell more versions of this arrangement. Given the same amount of skill at using a website as everybody else and the same following, this guy would sell more arrangements, because I think his arrangement is going to be like more accessible and easier for people to understand.
Fair enough.
Because the guitar is a very complicated instrument.
Yeah, it's complicated. That's why don't deal with any of that complicated stuff, and just watch this guy get his arrangement instead.
Yep.
Or in the words of Christopher Parkening, don't do any of that. Just play all Segovia's old songs and use his fingerings, or else.
If it's not broken, don't, whatever. All right. So
if it ain't broken, don't fix it. If it's not Segovia, don't show it to me. If it's not Segovia, get out of my master class.
J.C. Casanas.
Next up, we have Avicii. You're not going to see the Avicii cover. That's cool. Oh, this like picked up. Ooh, it's starting real fast in there.
Some cool use of strumming there.
Yeah, there's a lot of the thumb work going on with that Candy Rat style again. Oh, and this is another quick one. I like these quick ones.
Yeah, well, they're probably posting them on the old TikTok there. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, keep this screen just how it is, because you're not going to understand this unless you see, his outfit and everything. I'm going to give this guy a messy bob. Yeah, just like the Joker, because he's wearing purple pants and a green shirt.
Oh my gosh.
He's wearing the Joker colors.
All right. Yeah, I like that. I like that arrangement. I thought that he was doing more interesting stuff with the right hand. He does have some nails, and sliding down with the index finger, little like half strum type things. Those sounded pretty good. Now how that translates into a hairstyle rating, I am definitely not sure.
I put my attention on the guitar because even played by the rough hands of the people preserves the melancholic tone, the sounds beautiful.
Well, yeah, it did sound beautiful. The tone was better on that one. I agree. And I'm going to give, I think Segovia and I are going to give this one a mullet for the Rough Hands of the People.
You and Segovia are collaborating on this rating. What the?
That's right.
Oh, Segovia never wants to be my friend.
All right. Should we see who else we have here? I think there's one more.
It seems like there's a lot of people have a very specific formula for how to get this one done. Because a lot of these strumming, these candy wrap patterns seem almost the same.
It's true. I mean, I probably at least one of these today is actually somebody playing somebody else's arrangement that we looked at already. But
yeah, that's almost the vibe that I get watching this. I'm like, it's like a playthrough of the first guy or something. And that's still a second fret capo.
You know, I think that this has nothing to do with the guitar. The guitar played in the rock and roll or the jazz is another instrument.
never get tired of hearing that.
Oh man, yeah. I'm inclined to give this guy a buzz cut. Actually,
All right.
yeah, I'm giving this guy a buzz cut because this seems like a pretty typical arrangement. Yeah, I don't have anything particularly noteworthy to say about this one. I don't know. I almost feel like this is like I'm sure he kind of like figured it out himself, but I feel like it's like
It's
a
not fair that we
version.
listened to this one last, too.
No.
Because if this one was first, we'd be like, oh, yeah, some of these other
But
people.
I feel like I was looking and like the April 29th date wise is
That's
on the
true.
later
You're late.
side.
You're late.
But I still think it's a good job. But I would like to know if this guy was listening to some of the other versions on YouTube and which ones. I have a feeling he listened to the first guy that we watched.
It's possible. They might have picked up the tabs from him even.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Well, I'm going to give this one a ponytail. And I'm not going to justify it further. My rating is valid.
How's the hairstyle that Segovia had?
That is correct, actually. Live, laugh, love, right?
Segovia like to keep it fun, you know.
Say the live, laugh, love thing for us one more time, please.
It has many different colors, many different timbers.
We need an actual chopped up thing that's like
Segovia,
saying,
like colors,
live.
timbers, love.
I'm sure if you dug through enough recordings, you could find a clip of him saying just like love and just like take that one out or just live, just laugh. It's just, excise them out of the recording and put them together. I mean, you make him say all kinds of crazy stuff.
Oh my God. That's way above my pay grade.
Yeah, that's our next Patreon level is, big soundboard upgrades or a big Segovia upgrade,
Segovia bot 2.0.
Yeah. I like that. I like that. That's funny. Oh, man.
Yep.
Awesome. Thanks for sticking around to the end. If you like what you saw, please leave us a like and subscribe. Let us know in the comments if you have a favorite arrangement from today's episode or if we missed one.
All right. Big thank you to all the guitarists we talked about today. Be sure to check their videos out in the description below. And join the Guitar Arrangers Collective on Facebook and all that stuff. All right.